sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Back in. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. They can't win. No new friends. No new friends. Football fans. Football. They sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah.
I just hate the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm trying to get in. Open the playbook, the book of the champion. Get flipped if you trying to get in. I got the front defense, they got the end. Going for long on first and the 10. Gotta go hard, we gotta get all. No loss or excuses, cause we gotta win. They say they sleep, must not be a fan. Get at your mans and mess up your plans. Look at your stands and look at your hands. I do what I want and you do what you can. I do it for fans, you do it for fame. EA Sports, we in the game. EA. I am the coach and the player of the game. They gon' remember the name.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. They can't win. No new friends. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. They can't win. No new.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Back.
On first down, Wentz. He fights him off. Dancing to his left. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go. 180!
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Wentz now on first down. Steps away to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Go.
On second down, here's Wentz. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Now wins, and he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and now it's second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball.
That's caught inside the 20. A big 30-yard play on third.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to...
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Quan Alexander coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
On the ball.
Wentz going to throw. They'll roll him out right. That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He's going to get it running right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now a second down throw for Winston. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Winston now to throw on first down. He sets up the screen to Jones. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Broken tackle. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit. The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And bulldog through an opening, and there he goes. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Shorty.
Wentz now on first down. Buying time to his left. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Hang in there now.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats.
81.
But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Wentz to throw on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, this is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert. Where's that?
Second down, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On 1st and 10, Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 more on that one and another first down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Jameis on second down. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting.
And oh, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On second down, Winston again. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Buccaneers have it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Evans has it left side. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. Winston stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Working out of the gun, Winston. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. Winston to throw it this time. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, as the 1st half is winding down. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. No problem there on the extra point. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And they'll run it here. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. So we've come to... All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Winston on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Quick slant there gets him the first down. 6 yards on the play. Jameis now on first down. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Follow.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Jameis to throw it. He finds his target. It's Evans. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. Jameis now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. A give to Jones. About 3 yards there to the 27. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Barnett able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Well, the element of surprise was there. All right, there's no doubt about it. For us, maybe. But not for the guys on defense. An incomplete pass on the fake field goal attempt.
I guess, though, if you're trying to pick up the first in that spot, why not let your QB throw the ball, right? Instead of your kicker, yeah. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
We got 3. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Good chip. Watch 3-5-7.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
We're good, we're good. We're good.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Working from the gun, Wentz. Wide open receiver, complete. And he coughed it up. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. This is Ajayi. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now they try the right side here. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Shorty.
To throw is Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They come out here in the eye. They run with a Johnny. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, Winston. And an alley to run. He finds an opening past the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Winston. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. And he fends him off. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. He'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Watson. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are likely going to win it. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Eagles, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Bring out the Brinks truck, I'm young, flying ice up. 100-yard dash, I had to run my price up.
mine up.